Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, chapter number 26, entitled Fundamental Principles of Material Nature, verse number 51. Tatasthena vidhebhyo yuktebhyo andam achetanam uttitam purusho yasmad udatishtat asau virat. Translation and purport by Virat-purusha Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. From these 7 principles roused into activity and united by the presence of the Lord, an unintelligent egg arose, from which appeared the celebrated cosmic being.
So when all the elements, which were the 5 elements, they were all mixed together by the glance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and in the form of Kala, 3 modes of material nature, the result was the Virat-purusha, a cosmic being. That means the body, the matter body of this material world came into existence. Of course, the soul of that body is Vishnu. Normally in the material world we see, even in our body, we have a body made out of matter and we have the soul within this body. So there is an equivalent of this in the aspect, in relationship to Vishnu also. This is the only form of the Vishnu where he has a body of matter and his soul is separate. In the sense that Mahavishnu, Shirodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, especially Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, from whom the creation comes forth, individual creation within each Brahmanda. Unlimited Brahmandas are coming from Mahavishnu. Within each Brahmanda there is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and then the Virat-purusha, the material, the particular configuration, shape of the 14 planetary systems, and the Panchabhutas, they configure themselves into 14 planetary systems, all those kind of things, and the appropriate bodies of different living entities, Panchabhuta bodies. All these things form the body of the material body of the Lord Virat-purusha. So therefore it is said that from which appeared the celebrated cosmic being, which is an unintelligent egg, the material energy. So therefore that body is not spiritual body of the Lord. That is the reason when Prabhupada explains about Krishna showing this Virat-purusha form to Arjuna, Prabhupada writes that the devotees, they understand that this is the material form of the Lord. It is a matter energy. Arjuna saw his body also inside that Virat-purusha. All the planets were seen within, Shiva was seen, all the demigods were seen, everything was seen in that Virat-purusha. So Virat-purusha is not meant for the devotees to worship, but it is meant for people to feel awe and reverence as a first step towards bhakti. That in the material world, if you see a big man, you feel attracted. You feel anybody who has got something more than you, you feel attracted. But you see here, the Lord is the whole body, everything, all the planets, is all His body. So that gives a sense of reference to the personality who is having this kind of a body. That is the Virat-purusha form of the Lord. Whereas every other, if you see, from Shirodaksha Vishnu to go upwards, Shirodaksha Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Karnodaksha Vishnu, from Karnodaksha Vishnu to Narayana, to Shankarshana, Narayana, then Chaturvyuha, Sankarshana, then Baladev, then Krishna. This is a sequence in which the various expansions have happened. If you go in this way, they are all spiritual bodies, except the last of Virat-purusha is not this Satchidananda body of the Lord. There's a soul and a body. And just like this body, when the life goes, this body does not function. Life functions are gone out of this body. But the material functions continue. That is why the body rots. Laws of nature is acting on it. So there is some action going on in the body. Non-life actions are going on in the body once the Atma lives. Once the Atma is inside, then life symptoms are there. So in the same way, this Virat-purusha also, because the Lord has glanced and He is like the soul in this body, is like the soul in this universe. And that is why this universe, little elements, every universe is running. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the planets are running out of my fear, etc., etc. So many things. These are all actual factual statements. They are not merely some metaphor. They are actual statements from Krishna. Because Krishna's enjoying capacity is so unlimited. Advaitam achyudam anadim ananta rupam. Prabhupada explains that Krishna expands as Baladev, Baladev expands as Chaturvyuha, Shankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and the Vasudeva, Pradyumna. And then out of that, the Chaturvyuha expansion, Shankarshana expands as Narayana, and Narayana further expands as secondary, Sankarshana, secondary Chaturvyuha, and that Shankarshana, he expands as Karnodaksha Vishnu. He has got two types of expansion, Swamsha and Vibhinamsha. Swamsha is, he expands as so many unlimited Narayanas in the spiritual world, and also as Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and also the Jivas are coming out of this Shankarshana. And in this way, if you see, each of these Vishnus, they have their own planets in the spiritual world, Narayana, and Prabhupada explains that all these Swamshas, they are all called Godhead. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna, but they are all Godheads. Ultimately, it is Ekala Ishvara Krishna Rasa Bhritya, everybody is serving Krishna. The original cause of all causes, Sarva Karana Karanam. And then when it comes to the internal potency of the Lord, Krishna expands his internal potency as Radharani. Each of these Vishnu expansions, their own internal potency is called Lakshmi. Lakshmi or Radharani is the first servant. Radharani is the first servant of Krishna. Lakshmi is the first servant of Narayana. And then everybody else is his servant. The entire Vaikuntha planet, each planet, all Jivas are serving Lord Narayana, Lakshmi and Narayana. They are serving Lakshmi and Narayana. So this is a revelation in the Bhagavatam. This is a revelation that was of the absolute truth confirmed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who describes all these things in Chaitanya Charitamrita, how these planets are, how different expansions happen. And there Prabhupada explains that Shankarshana, then Narayana Prabhupada uses the word, there are millions and billions of Narayanas. And as there are millions and billions of Jivas. Not that only Jivas are millions and billions. Which means millions and billions of Narayana means what? This is the infinite, unlimited, inconceivable enjoying capacity of the Lord. Lord enjoys His varieties in an unlimited forms. Our minds cannot conceive at all. In other words, existence is meant for Lord Narayana, existence is meant for Krishna, existence is meant for Godhead. We are amshas to serve the Supreme Lordhead. Whereas in the material world, everybody thinks that material world is meant for me. The material world is meant for my Leela. And when they suffer, they convert that also into saying that Daridra Narayana. This is also Leela. Just see the different perspective that one gets when you read the Bhagavatam, when you read Chaitanya Charitamrita. When you read this, you get completely a different perspective that the earth, life on earth itself is insignificant for the universe. Universe has some other agenda. Even one universe's agenda, one Vishnu's agenda is also nothing, because there are unlimited Vishnu's unlimited agendas. And ultimately, entire thing is the agenda of Govindam Adi-purusham. Ishvaraha Paramakrishna, Ishvaraha Paramakrishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarvakarna Karanam. So just imagine how fortunate one is to meet an associate of, or get linked up with an associate of Krishna. So Krishna Bhakti is there, Narayana Bhakti is there, Shankarshana Bhakti is there, all Bhakti, so many are there. We are all pure devotional service. And there we come across an associate of the Lord. Only by the mercy of an associate of the Lord you can go into that particular planet. If you are an associate of Narayana, then you can go there. If you meet an associate of Narayana. Only if you take shelter of an associate of Krishna, then you can go to Goloka Vrindavan. And there are varieties of associations within Goloka Vrindavana. Unless you become the servant of, a confidential servant of the confidential servitor of the Lord, of Krishna, you cannot do any service that is connected too close to Krishna. And how is it that this kind of greatest opportunity is available to the most fallen people in Kali Yuga? That is believable because Krishna himself came as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. God can do anything he wants. Krishna can do anything he wants. Krishna decided, he came, he's decided as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come and distribute this mercy of love of Godhead. Love of specifically Krishna. So the absolutely greatest position of service, greatest gift a jiva can get is available by surrendering to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. Developing devotion, dedication, loyalty to Srila Prabhupada. Distributing the specific knowledge that Srila Prabhupada has given us. We ourselves perfecting the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada to us. Becoming a good follower. Becoming a humble follower. As long as we feel that I am needed by somebody in this world, then we have no humility. I am needed by somebody. Somebody I am saying. And Even if you think you are needed by Krishna, then you again gone. Or you are needed by your guru. Or you are needed by your temple, otherwise temple will fall apart. You are needed by the department, otherwise department will fall apart. So sense of needed. In the material world, this is the entire rasa. If somebody doesn't feel needed, he will go away. He will feel insulted. Why? If pride is not there, he will not feel insulted. Because pride is there, I am needed. He needs me. He needs, temple needs me, the husband needs me, wife needs me, the father is, the head of the family is thinking they all need me. It's a need rasa. It's actually, it is that kind of rasa, becoming free from that kind of rasa is a development of humility. Normally we say humility, give respect and don't expect any respect. That one of the aspects of don't expect any respect is not to feel that, I am important, that I am needed. I am important, I am needed. So when you simply hear these wonderful, unlimited activities of Lord Narayana, Vishnu, Krishna's expansions and all these things, you feel nothing to compare. So small that there is nothing to compare. Automatically humility comes. Therefore it is said that only by Shravanam, by hearing these things, one develops that kind of genuine, absolute humility. I need, not I am needed. I need Krishna. I need association. I need. I am not important. I am not needed, but I need. It's very difficult in the material world if you tell somebody this. Because in the material world, the entire self-esteem is coming from being needed. I don't need you, if you say, he'll get insulted. Isn't it? Let's say the husband tells the wife, I don't need you, get insulted. Or the wife tells the husband, I don't need you. Or the children tells the father, I don't need you. You get insulted, isn't it? Why? Because the entire material life is centered around this false self-esteem of being needed, which is coming from pride. But if you understand the entire, if the perspective of existence, the existence itself is meant to serve Krishna. I need Krishna. I need service. If I don't have service to Krishna, then I will be captured by Maya. I need service. When I am in need and I am catering, I am extracting that need from somebody, and if I start feeling that, they need me, Krishna needs me, it's an aberration. This is not a fine, nice consciousness. So vast, the idea of all these descriptions of this details of this creation and all this, one may wonder what they look like little technical. In this technical thing, whether the golden egg whether the egg is cosmic being is unintelligent or intelligent, it doesn't make any difference for my bhakti today or tomorrow. Why all these things? Yeah, it is very important for the bhakti because it shows the unlimited activity of the Lord. We have to come out of our self-centered thinking. Either self-centered, people are so self-centered, this me and my world. You not only have to come out of it, you have to come out of the entire earth and earth's concerns. That is also insignificant. Earth is existing for somebody. Not all the planets and sun and everybody is existing for the earth. It's the other way around. Any questions? Yes. Yeah, you ask.
Krishna Prabhu, so like my question is like how to follow the instruction of Guru, like how to follow the instruction of Guru. Like I feel like there are many instructions, like I utterly fail in following the most of the instructions. Like what I can do from my side so that I'll follow, like I'll become a faithful servant of my spiritual master. This is the question, Prabhu.
What everybody else is doing. We are all serving. Prabhupada has given a mechanism by which we all offer our services to the Lord. Just like in the spiritual world, everyone is a servant of the servant. So Prabhupada has created an organization, Vaishnava Association. We engage in the same, when Prabhupada was on this planet, he set up this system, how you can engage in service of, how you can engage in his service. So we are in a, one should not think service means, one-to-one like that. Well, the service is, in the heart is one-to-one, but in the external manifestation of that comes in the form of what pleases Prabhupada. If each one of us go on our own and try to serve Prabhupada, Prabhupada will not be happy, because Prabhupada knows, of course something is better than nothing. Prabhupada knows that if they all join together, they can have Sankirtana effect. If you only do yourself, you can have Japa effect. But if all join together, you can have Sankirtan effect. Sankirtan effect is like one Sankirtana is like 50 rounds. So powerful is Sankirtana. Because 50 rounds of inattentive chanting, because your mind goes everywhere. But when you are in Sankirtana, you see the mind is on the sound. Unless you are conscious of, who is seeing me and this, that, all this kind. That is another inattentiveness of Sankirtana also. So Prabhupada is very happy. You have to use our intelligence to serve him. Using our intelligence means it's a fact. Today, see the power of organization. Some fellow discovered one Coca-Cola formula and now 100 years are over, almost 100 years are over. Till today, he and his parampara. When you drink one Coca-Cola, he is getting at least 1/100th of a paisa or whatever it is. Doesn't matter, even if it is 1/100th of a paisa. 1/100th of a paisa into billions of bottles that are being drunk, it going into his bank account. And it is surviving, it is standing for how many years? Decades and decades. 40, 50, 60, 70 years it's sitting. What is that? It is the power of organization. That is why Bhaktivedanta Thakur, that's why Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, that's why Prabhupada got the spirit of it and have to. Sankirtana means not only chanting together, preaching together in an organized manner. That's more powerful than you individually preaching. Distributing books in an organized manner will result in so much of distribution. Brahat Mridanga. Why Prabhupada called printing process Brahat Mridanga? Just see. You got it?
The concept of not feeling that I am needed or I need, that is a right concept. So how will a devotee balance the concept of responsibility and the concept that I'm not needed? So
yes, good question. A very subtle point. See, I am not needed if alone if it stands artificially, without the proportionate compensating spiritual factor of I need, then I am not needed, why I should take responsibility? It will happen. Suppose, you have replaced I am not needed, but I need to take responsibility for myself, to fix my consciousness. I need to take responsibility. I need to be a responsible person in the service of the Lord. I need to give my full attention, so I cannot be neglectful. My Krishna consciousness means I need to be completely absorbed in Krishna and Krishna's work. I cannot be neglectful. So that is the reason all these things, once we understand the philosophy of, I need or I am needed, one has to apply these things in a very balanced way, because overnight you cannot feel I am not needed. Because we are conditioned. But then we internally reflect and we counter that consciousness. And then we practice that. And we gradually realize, as we contemplate and chant and associate and hear Bhagavatam and all, I need, not that I am needed. Both are developing together. So, artificially you cannot practice I am not needed. Because if you feel you are not needed, if you do not sufficiently feel I need, then you lose your motivation to work. If you make a person feel that you are needed, then he can work. But a pure devotee need not be made to feel that you are needed. So we need to make devotees feel that you are needed. If you see Prabhupada's letters to all his disciples, how much he gives that sense of, to all the disciples. You are very important, you are needed and all those things. That he will tell from one side. The other side he is giving us a philosophy. Practically today I am feeding you what you need. But please go and read the philosophy and come to a stage of pure devotional service.
Dandavats Prabhu. Often we see that in a devotee life we often end up in social gratification. Some certain times how to get over it?
Social gratification. You have to dovetail these things, knowing very well you are dovetailing. Because if you don't know you are dovetailing, then it can turn into sense gratification. So knowing very well this is a process, just like let's say we have competition between devotees, right? How much you distribute books and all these things. It is for our mind to do more service at this stage. But if you don't need that, don't criticize that. That is required for some people. That system is there. I will also fall into that system, but I don't take motivation from this competition. Who did more, who did less? I will take motivation from why should I do only what he did? I can think 10 times what he did. Why I need somebody else's thing? Prabhupada's inspiration I will do. Like that. Somebody can think, somebody can take that stand. So there is nothing. And if somebody is taking motivation from such things, social gratification, I am the top book distributor, I am the top collector, all these kind of things. No problem, as long as it doesn't go very deep inside. Just during the work it will fire you up, afterward just forget it. Just to fire your system you can use it. But don't don't think that you have become that. It's a role play. Don't think I have become the top collector. Then one day, from top, as much as you think you become, that much you will have a fall. That is Krishna's way of making the devotees humble. जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.